Yeah, I think so.
This is the story of how I died.
You alright? That was a hard one.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay, so maybe I didn't die, but it is the story of one of the most difficult rides of my entire life.
Ow. Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube Adventure channel. My name is Josh. Today we're out here doing something a little bit different. What the hell is this? That's a little preview of what we got going on. So we're out here today in Kennedy Meadows with the Broken Enduro crew. We're out here for a little end of the week trip. Thursday through Saturday. It is mid-August. I'm not sure what trail this is. I don't know where I'm at. What's on the agenda. I did see this was marked as an intermediate trail. We'll see how this goes. I'm a bit nervous. I had 1,000 reasons not to come on this ride today, or this whole trip actually. My finger's still jacked up. My Beta's fork is leaking like really bad. I wasn't quite sure how my car was going to handle towing the trailer and this bike, which is probably near its towing limits. There were some other reasons too that I can't think of right off the top of my head. But I made the executive decision that I've been wanting to come here for a long time, and if I didn't come, I would have regret that decision. So here I am. Josh.
So as you can see, this ride started out pretty much like any other ride that we've done on this channel. We had a little bit of a warm-up, and then we're all, just kind of getting ready to go hit the trails for the entire day. And so these rides with the Broken Enduro crew, they typically last a full day. We usually do anywhere from 80 to 120 miles. And a lot of it's filled with, more difficult terrain. And usually we'd get a fire road sprinkled in here and there to kind of break up the roughness, but that was not the case on this ride. On this ride, this fire road that you see here would be the last one that I see for the rest of the day.
But anyways, we are way the heck out here. There's no cell service out here. There's no gas. There's a general store. But it's like 30 miles from like the nearest anything. It's pretty sweet. Super stoked that I started riding with these guys earlier this year. Definitely has helped me push myself out of my comfort zone a little bit when it comes to not this type of terrain, but the harder single track, rocky enduro stuff. Mahogany Creek Trail.
So right here is when we start getting our first taste of some more technical single track. And what I thought the day was going to be like was sections of this, maybe with a few harder sections and some fire roads and stuff kind of connecting all of the various single track that we were going to be riding throughout the day. But I greatly underestimated just how hard this day was going to be, because as soon as we hit this trail, things just got progressively harder as the day went on.
definitely some sketchiness to this, for sure. Body's tensing up. Don't do that. More prone to mistakes that way. Good thing is we're going up this canyon, so hopefully this cliff on the left will get smaller and smaller the farther up we get. Hopefully, well, we seem to be rising with it. Damn it!
Hey Josh, you just taking a breather?
Yeah.
Need a boost? Are you okay?
I'm not sure yet. Holy sh**. Ah, stuck. Oh, sh**.
Little did I know that this would be the first of many struggle sessions to come. And while the terrain is hard, and I've ridden terrain like it before, one of the things that I didn't account for at Kennedy Meadows was the altitude and the heat. Kennedy Meadows sits at around 6,000 feet above sea level, with trails heading up into the 9,500 feet range. And that's exactly what we were doing on this ride. We were riding from the campgrounds basically all the way up to Sherman Pass, which sits at an elevation of about 9,200 feet. And so when you're riding terrain like this and you aren't used to riding at such high elevations, it really zaps your energy to the point where you just feel like giving up.
That was not expected. Neither was that. Got it. Nice. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh. No. This is bullshit. I owe you 2 now. And my confidence is just gone. Huh?
Yeah, you're stopped underneath like a dead broken tree.
Oh yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I'm like overheating like bad.
Oh yeah, dude. Boiling over. It always got to be a beta. Always a beta.
By this point in the ride, the fatigue had already started to set in. The combination of the thin air and picking up the bike after multiple tip overs and just being out of shape apparently really took a toll on me. And this is when things started falling apart. The radiator cap on my bike was loose, so we stopped to fix it for a second. And then right after that, the GoPro battery died, so I missed a big chunk of this ride. Luckily, Devin has a bunch of footage, so I'm going to cut over to that. Then we headed into this creek where we crisscrossed over these water crossings, which was pretty difficult, as you can see here. And then if that wasn't enough, a little farther down that same trail, we hit this big rock formation thing right in the middle of the trail. And this thing was massive and off camber. As you can see, even Devin's struggling with it a little bit. But with a little determination and also a little bit of help, Devin, Robert, and I were able to clear this obstacle, and immediately afterwards there was another obstacle that was like a broken tree where my bike got stuck on it, and then I couldn't get it out. The battery ended up being toast on my bike, so I was having to wait 3 or 4 minutes just to be able to try and restart it again. And so after that, we ended up making our way to meet up with the rest of the group at a creek. By that time, I had already ran out of water, so luckily one of the guys had a life straw, and we were able to get some water out of the creek and refill everybody's hydration bladders. After all that, we made our way up the side of this mountain, which led up to the top of Sherman Pass, and this just was the nail in the coffin for me. It was switchbacks going back and forth, off camber, lots of rocks. The air got thinner and thinner. I got more tired and more tired, and there was a lot of just over the bar moments where I did not think I was going to make it.
Josh is hurting, overheating, cramping, pretty exhausted, his energy zapped, so we still have to get to the summit of this and then down a rocky side, and then there's a fire road we'll be able to get him on and get him out of here. We've all been there, hit that freaking wall, everything stops working.
So finally, after a few more sets of rocky switchbacks and what seemed like a forever climb up the side of this mountain, we finally made it to the summit of Sherman Pass.
You think the altitude has something to do with it?
Yeah, the altitude, the heat. You know what we need to do for Big Bear is come up here and train.
That's a good idea.
Advanced easy. Oh. All right, man.
All right. Let's go. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, I just got my ass handed to me, like big time. Like I was cramped, like I wanted to lay down and die. I did actually do that. I laid down. I didn't die because I'm here, but holy crap. That was not cool. Not cool. The trail was cool, but I was too busy being miserable to actually enjoy it. And so apparently this is a rocky downhill. I don't know what that means. I hope it doesn't mean it's too awful difficult. But we'll see. Oh. Oh, my legs are already cramped up. According to some of the other guys, this isn't that long of a trail, which is good. But if it's all switchbacks and stuff like that, that's going to be interesting. Man.
Oh, I thought this would be easier, but it's not.
The second win that I got after the break at Sherman Pass was pretty short-lived, and as we made our way down the side of the mountain, I started getting fatigued, I started riding sloppy, I started cramping up again, but I was determined not to let this get in the way of the rest of the ride, and so I said, screw it, I'm going to go ahead and power through this. It doesn't matter how I feel, doesn't matter if I'm cramping, I'm just going to go ahead and make the best of it, because I didn't want to spend my time, like the first half of the ride, just in absolute misery. But that turned out not to be a very good strategy, because it leads to poor decision making, like trying to cross a wet log at an angle in the middle of the trail.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, that was a hard one.
Yeah, I think I'm okay. Alright, I need a little break after that one. Oh yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, that was a hard hit, man. At least it was softer dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't land on any of these logs with like the pokey coming out. That's good. Oh yeah, but anyways, that fall was really bad. So hopefully, according to Brent, Mr. American Dirt Rider, we should be almost done with this. And it's starting to rain, which is kind of cool. I just heard thunder. That'd be a nice, refreshing way to end the day, except for I'm gonna swing, take the dirt road back to the highway and head back. The rest of the guys are gonna continue on with this torture fest. At least it's been for me. I've been struggling really bad today. We gotta go over this thing? Oh, shit. Hey!
I got that one too.
I made it over. Ow, f me. No, my leg just cramped up. Like a lot. It wasn't actually that bad, yeah, I bent my radiator up real good right now. That's cool. You got it? Thanks, man. Yeah. My thighs are like cramped. Yeah, like they don't want to move. It is just one struggle fest after another. I'm telling you. And it's like I was saying before, you have those rides where you feel unstoppable, everything just clicks. And then you have those other rides where nothing's coming together. This is not coming together for me at all. I made it. Alright guys, well, that just about does it for me. I don't know, man, I need to work out. This, we were just up at like 9,500 feet elevation. So there's that. That's probably zapping a lot of my energy right now. Thought we were done with the obstacles. Last thing I need is to slip in a water crossing. I've done just about everything else today that you could possibly do. Oh yeah. Yes, yes. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for riding along with me today. We're gonna take this dirt road back. Eventually this is gonna turn to asphalt. Go back to camp and probably pass out. That's probably what's gonna happen. So huge thank you to Devin from Broken Enduro for inviting me out today. Also to my spirit animal here, Robert, that helped me get through pretty much every piece of everything today. Super cool group to ride with. I couldn't ask for better riding buddies for this kind of stuff. Alright guys, anyways, until next time, be sure to have fun, take care, and ride safe. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Until then, be sure to get out there and have adventures of your own. And I will see you guys next time. Later!
And I wish I could say that the adventure ended there, but that's not what happened. So our decision to take the fire road and the highway road back to the camp ended up backfiring in our face, because the route we took back ended up being something like 30 miles, and the betas are notoriously thirsty. So I ended up running out of gas about 2/3 of the way back to camp, and so Robert hung out with me there. We waited for Devin and the rest of the guys to get back to camp, come back and bring us gas, and then as you can see, it started raining on the rest of the ride back. And so I think the moral of the story and the biggest takeaway that I have from this ride is that even when things suck extremely bad and you want to give up, you don't want to keep riding, you don't want to keep doing anything pretty much, you gotta push through. You gotta push through the end and, just make the best of it, laugh it off if you can, and, things will end up being better. Even when it doesn't feel like it in the moment, things will get better. Once we got back to camp, we had some great food. There was no campfires, unfortunately, but we just kind of hung around chatting, having a couple beers. It was awesome. And the next day, Brian and I decided to take it easy, and we went out and just went out to explore what Kennedy Meadows had to offer. So it ended up being an awesome trip, 2 days of great riding with some of the best people on the planet. And so once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, please let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button. If you are new here, please subscribe to see more adventures just like this one. For information about my riding gear or the various ways you can help support the channel, please check out the links below or head over to www.eachadventure.com. I'll see you in the next one.